getting back into the flow and getting back into game shape?
I think it's good. I was so excited. I was like, I'm not even kidding, sitting on the bench, I was literally so upset that I could not play in those games. 'Cause it's hard. Like, sitting on the bench and watching your team play without you is hard. But I really do feel like I've came back and just, played the same. I don't think it, like, took anything out of me or anything. I only missed, like, a week or so. So I think it's good.
She's the best diver in all of Southern Middle
She
Tennessee.
is a good defensive player.
It's like Pete Rose. Because people go head first.
Oh, yeah.
People come up here like this. Has that always been natural? Did you practice that in the foam pit or a pool?
Actually, I did used to practice, like, when I was, like, I used to do it on my bed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that sounds dumb, but and having elbow pads really helps because it makes me less scared to do it.
Yeah.
That's one thing about our girls; they're not afraid to hit the floor and save a ball. We've in the last few years, and until we started, we've never had any size, so we've always been smaller. So we've had to rely on our defense. We're going to keep that ball coming. Last year some of our defensive players were extremely strong, and teams just say that says you just got to keep winning the point because it's just going to keep coming back. And so we've relied on that. So. This year, we've got some height with those younger kids, so I'm hoping that'll be great to push these guys and, for the years to come.
District-wise, you got Lincoln County tomorrow night. You guys had some battles with them a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
Look across the district, still got to play Columbia. Spring Hill is, I swear those girls are in their 7th year.
Oh my gosh,
They really
yes.
They've got some
Hunts and
players.
Goodmans, they feel like they've been there forever, but Spring Hill's good. Columbia's going to be strong. Lincoln County, you guys had some good battles with. You got tomorrow night. How good has the competition been so far, district-wise?
I like a little bit of competition. I like to push ourselves. I think in those games, those are the games that we play our best and we play together. And I do think it helps with our chemistry and everything. It brings us closer together whenever we play those hard games because you have to work together.
We catch ourselves tending to, if we play, I don't want to say a bad team, but not as a strong team, we catch ourselves almost playing down to their level. So when we play good teams, you can tell, we play our best when we're all on, when we go into the game and we're they're a good team. When we play these good teams, I think it makes us a better team, playing them. So.
And I think we should never underestimate a team, no matter who it is, because, for example, last night, Shelbyville, they kept that ball coming. They did not let it. They didn't let the ball drop. And even though we beat them, we just can't underestimate them whatsoever.
Is it a good lesson?
For
you guys?
Yeah.
Because you think of I hate to say that they're bad because they're not, but the Franklin counties, Shelbyvilles, and not Tullahoma played you all strong as well. That that sometimes it's almost like how hard is it to stay at that level and not play down?
I feel like in those games we definitely lose our focus because there's not really much happening, and then all of a sudden I remember in the Coffee County game we were beating them pretty good. We beat them pretty well the first match, and then the second match we came out there and all of a sudden they started hitting and we weren't focused in on the game. So I feel that's.
Yeah, I agree. I tend to lose focus because I'm it's hard keeping my focus when it's just we serve the ball and they shank it 4 times in a row. So I tend to lose my focus, but I try to stay on it.
We're looking forward to playing Columbia now. They've got some huge hitters. They went 5 games with Spring Hill the other night. Spring Hill won 15-13 in the 5th, I think. So that was they're both really good. But I think now that we're I'd like to go back and play Spring Hill now. We got everybody well, and we've got to line up. Yeah, and we'll do that. But we got Columbia soon. I'm not sure if that's next week. Yeah. So I figured we'd have them. But yeah, I see times where I think, oh wow, we look good, and volleyball is sometimes I'm like, oh, what are we doing? What was that? So, but that's part of it,
Well, finally, guys, you got a tournament coming up this weekend. You head to Sevierville, East Tennessee. Obviously, you got Lincoln County tomorrow night.
Right.
But after that, you head to Sevierville. What do you want to see out of yourselves here in these next few games?
Just obviously, I know it's hard to play a bunch of games during a day. I feel again, with the focus thing, we kind of just like goof off and then we stop. Like we're obviously tired and everything, but I would love to just see us like come out on top of like this tournament.
I was looking at the list of like some of the teams there, and we played some of these teams. Like I know Sale Creek's going to be there. I want to say Eagleville's going to be there, and we've played them. So I'm hoping that since like when we played them like at Eagleville, we didn't really have it together, but now we have it together. So I'm really hoping to see that we've gotten like that we can see our growth, because
Yeah.
we're probably going to like rematch with them at some point at this tournament. So
Yeah. Well, you know, we went over to Memphis and played, I guess that's 2 weekends ago, and won all 4 matches in our pool and came out and played in the gold and played in the quarterfinals and won. Got to the semifinals, and I felt like, I think we just ran out of steam. I mean, you know, I felt like we could have beat that team. You know, they were a good team. I mean, they just would not let the ball. I mean, it's kind of like they just kept it coming, kind of relying on our errors. But, you know, when you play that many matches in a row. So, you know, we went 5-1 there, which I thought was pretty good. So, yeah, we're hoping to play well this weekend. You know, we'll see. There's a lot of teams and a lot of courts, and our varsity and JV are in. So, you know, we'll see what happens. It's going to be a good experience either way.
Eat some good food while you're out there.
Yeah, we're
Oh yeah.
I miss, and it's one of the things I miss about living in East Tennessee. I don't miss much, but I miss being able to go there and eat at all those
yeah.
fine dining establishments.
Oh yeah. And I told the girls, I mean, we talked about it even, well, last night, not today, but like, you know, we're going there first to play volleyball.
Yeah.
But, you know, where we're staying there, I know it's going to be a fun time for them.
I
And
mean, gosh, we're staying at the Wilderness.
If you got them staying there, Steve, you can't deprive them.
that's right. That's right. But, you know, sometimes you just get caught up in everything else going around and forget, okay, hey, we want to play. We tried to just make this year, you know, sometimes we're tournaments, you know, and this year we tried to add a couple of really fun things in for the girls and help bond and all that. Because, you know, when you look at it, we've got kids from 4 different schools.
Yeah.
And when they come together, most of them don't know each other. And, you know, I remember when we first started, you know, it was like 2 or 3 weeks into the year, you know, and it was new because every time we go somewhere, everybody drove separate. Nobody went together. And, you know, players didn't even know who the other players were. I mean, you know, it's like, so we're trying hard to do that where we can bond together and just be you know, it helps to be a team. For sure.
Well, guys, thanks for coming by here tonight here on X Sports Live. We'll see you tomorrow night at Lincoln County, and good luck in East Tennessee.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you, AJ.
Coming up next, we're going to recap everything that went down in high school football in week number 2 with Dusty and Haley.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real in Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
At Old South Wood Preserving in Summertown, Tennessee, we provide quality pressure-treated wood products for the ag fence and the post-frame building industry. Our tried and true process of preserving wood, utilizing the latest technology in the industry, ensures that our products stand the test of time. Our team works tirelessly together to make sure that our customers are treated with the best service and care each day. I'm Eric Stoll, and as the owner of Old South Wood Preserving, my goal isn't to be the biggest supplier in the industry, but rather to be the very best at what we do. Build your project with Old South Wood. Learn more at oldsouthwood.com or call us at 931-762-9663.
Welcome to Employee Resources Credit Union, where you're more than just a number, you're family. We provide financial solutions that rise above those of traditional banks. With roots stretching back to 1964, we've served 4 generations during constant industry changes. We're known for our low fees and incredible rates. Join us and experience the credit union difference. ERCU, not for profit, for service.
Professional care with a smile. That will always be a guarantee at Encompass Healthcare. Whether you're looking for primary or urgent care, x-ray services, or even weight loss treatments, our team is equipped to serve your needs. Our doors are open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Make an appointment with our providers, Kendra Brown or Tori Cox, today. Encompass Healthcare, located on Highway 43 North in Etheridge, Tennessee, right next to Chapman Tire.
Welcome to Employee Resources Credit Union, where you're more than just a number, you're family. We provide financial solutions that rise above those of traditional banks. With roots stretching back to 1964, we've served 4 generations during constant industry changes. We're known for our low fees and incredible rates. Join us and experience the credit union difference. ERCU, not for profit, for service.
Professional care with a smile. That will always be a guarantee at Encompass Healthcare. Whether you're looking for primary or urgent care, x-ray services, or even weight loss treatments, our team is equipped to serve your needs. Our doors are open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Make an appointment with our providers, Kendra Brown or Tori Cox, today. Encompass Healthcare, located on Highway 43 North in Etheridge, Tennessee, right next to Chapman Tire.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here to.
Can I hear you?
There we go.
There we go.
All right,
what a show!
It's one of these shows we're going to have no mic issues from start to finish.
No camera issues.
No camera issues. Nothing.
We're gonna figure it out.
Well, Jesus will come back before that happens. But
guys, I can say, let's see here. I myself am going into my second year, and I've never done a show where we didn't have.
It doesn't matter who's producing.
It doesn't matter who's producing. It could be me, Kevin, Sam, AJ. Yeah. Always something.
Maybe y'all should let me do it.
Well,
I think we should.
He couldn't do any worse than what we've already done.
Yeah, I say he might be what we need.
I'm
He
not
might
doing it, because I'll just push a button and we'll just go to the house.
Record it off the phone. We're just sitting here and record
just
it
go
live
off the
off
phone.
the
Yeah.
phone. Well, guys, we've had 2 weeks of high school football. We've had a full week now of college football, and the NFL starts up tomorrow night. So Chiefs Ravens, is that
Chiefs
Chiefs Ravens, yeah.
Thursday night football.
Yep.
Yeah,
Can't remember what the other game is. I'm trying to think. I think there's another one.
Week
No,
one
it
is
should be
they play all the way through Wednesday of
Yeah,
week
that
one
is
of
true.
the NFL nowadays. But let's start with high school football. Obviously, the two helmets sitting right here. We had a good one, as to be expected. Every time Lawrence County and Loretto meet up on the gridiron, guys, good things happen. At least the 4 years I've been here, and the year before then, before I got here, we've had some very compelling games. Loretto jumped out to a 14-0 lead, but Lawrence County got 3 turnovers, turned 2 of them in the points, and kind of rode that momentum all the way to a 28-21 bounce back win. Dusty, we'll just start with you. Your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, we knew going into it that it had the making to be a game, but also was kind of setting up to where it couldn't have been a game.
Right.
Either way, I know it sounds kind of weird for the people at home, but we understand what we're saying. But 14-0 pretty quick, and Lawrence County's now they're like, oh man, we got to play catch up. But hey, hats off to that defense. They didn't. It's almost like they didn't get nervous. They stayed to their scheme, and started forcing some turnovers. You start forcing Mason outside the pocket. He's a great scrambler, and he still throws the ball well on the run.
Some of those plays he made in that first drive.
But Lawrence County just they kept on, and then all of a sudden they turn over and they score.
Yeah.
Then it's 21-14, and you're thinking, okay. Now we got one, and then, of course, unfortunately, Mason went down right before the half. So then Corbin come in. Corbin done a phenomenal job at quarterback.
Yeah, he did.
Don't want to take anything away from him as a quarterback. He's a wide receiver, but he done a heck of a job as a quarterback Friday night. But Lawrence County's defense just even with that change, they just kept going. They kept going, and I've been wanting to talk about it, and I saved it for tonight. Like. We heard spread all summer long. Spread against Summertown. Spread, where we got this new look. They got this new quarterback. Guys, they run the football down Loretta's throat.
They did, yeah. Ian Clayton went. He went nuts.
Carter Pettigrew over 300 yards.
Yeah, that's what they had over 300 yards on the ground combined. Yeah. Listen. We understand the sport and everything, but like. For Loretta, and I'm going to talk about their defense a little bit. Like, it's got to be, I guess, taking the air out of the tank when you know that they're fixing to run the ball, and you couldn't stop them.
Right.
They just couldn't. Let's just face it. They just couldn't stop it. So that's, and Loretta's defense was on the field for a long time. And then once they scored that second time in the second half, I'm not saying the game was over because it was just 2 possession and we knew that anything could happen. And they ended up scoring again. Yeah. But you could tell that Lawrence County was just forcing their will. So that brings me to the offensive line for Lawrence County.
Great job.
They did a great job.
I know me and Clint were talking last week about helmet stickers.
Yeah.
If I'm giving a helmet sticker this week, I'm giving it to the Lawrence County offensive line.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about the offensive and defensive lines? Up front was where the game was won.
It was one in the trenches, if you want to say it that way. But the way Lawrence County, like I said, we're spread now. We're going 3 wide and we're doing this, and it's like they changed. They went back. And for them to adapt.
Yeah.
They ain't done that all year.
I was getting ready to bring that up. Yeah, the adjustment that they made. And again, you make the adjustments per the opponent. If you're Lincoln County, you're like, well, crap, they threw the ball 33 times in the first game. Only threw it 4 in the next game and ran for 300 yards. What are we getting?
Yeah, what are you going to get? They have no idea. Right. We don't know. Hell, they may not know. They may say, we're going to open up in this, and we may change, which is fine.
Whatever gets you a W, that's all that matters.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever wins you the game.
But, for the game, for the fans, I thought it was a great atmosphere Friday night. We had some great weather. Of course, that's my alma mater. I'm purple and gold. Yeah. I was very excited for Lawrence County. I'm hoping they take this momentum and push it on to this Friday night. Yeah. For Loretta, I'm pretty sure they probably had a pretty extensive week of practice so far.
Yeah. I was there the day. They know what went wrong.
Sure.
You mentioned the offensive line and what happened up front. They know that. I think the whole team knows that. Mm-hmm. I think it's, like the kid I talked to today said it was a humbling.
That's a great word.
That is a good word.
It was humbling. They don't want to. You don't want to say they came in too confident, but they came in confident. They started off great, but it's a humbling. Okay, well you had this regular season win streak. Mm-hmm. You've made the playoffs X amount of 4 years in a row, 3 or 4 years in a row now. Had a great season. Year before, okay, well now your rival beats you. Okay, now that could be what propels them for the rest of the year because now you got to reset. Now maybe Lawrence County exposed some deficiencies that you have that you can work on in practice.
Sure.
You're gonna face a big, tough physical team in Harpeth on the road. That's very similar to Lawrence County as far as size and physicality goes. Well, you've already faced it. Now you know what to expect. Mm-hmm. Maybe that can be what they use to propel them to, another region title. I mean, region play starts this week.
It does. Yeah. And I was going to say that, it was the week 1 and week 2 for Lawrence County. So for Loretta, I know they had Wayne County. Was it Wayne County the first week? Collinwood.
Yeah, same county.
Yeah, but
close enough.
Yeah. They had to get through this rival, this in-county rival. Yeah. I know it doesn't have anything to do with the region, but guys, those football games on Friday night between Lawrence County, Loretta, Summertown, Loretta, whatever, that means so much to these kids.
Right. They do.
It does.
And hey, Lawrence County gets hyped up for them. Summertown gets hyped up. Loretta gets hyped up, and I thought we've seen a very clean football game.
Yeah.
We've seen some hard hits.
Yeah.
We've seen some hard tackle.
There were some penalties, but most of them were false starts.
Yeah, false starts. Yeah.
Holding here and there. It
Right.
wasn't anything dirty.
No, and I'm kind of anxious to see where Loretta is Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, it's as Gordon Ramsay says on Hell's Kitchen all the time, I don't care about the mess up. I care about the bounce back.
Exactly.
And
we know Coach has got them guys ready to go.
Oh, yeah, he will.
Today. You can tell at practice that there's a focus there. Just like, there's a focus, okay, we got humbled. Now we know what to work on. Mm-hmm. Now, we're not too big for our britches now. We know what to do. Just like in Lawrence County, it's okay. Yeah, we lost to Summertown, but we can win. We can win a rivalry game.
Yep.
We can be the most physical team. We can score points. We can put up 300 yards of total offense in back-to-back games, which is what they've done. In 2 different ways. So there's a lot going there. They got Lincoln County. Lincoln County is going to be a bit different from what we saw last year.
Totally different.
Yeah, they're not going to spread the ball out as much and throw it. They'll throw it some, but they're a big physical team. I think Lawrence County's defense, other than a couple drives in the Loretto game and that Summertown game, and won in that Summertown game. They handed them the ball.
Yeah.
Punt and then a personal foul.
Personal foul.
And you're starting on your own 48
Yeah,
yard
they're
line.
already across midfield, and he snapped the ball.
With momentum, and after doing what they did, but they made the right adjustments. So, they're going to have to go up against another power running team and to see what they can do. And I think they've handled it well, even though Lincoln County could be a little bit of a different test here.
Yeah, oh yeah, I think so. I think there again, like you said, not taken away, but like it's also going to be on the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Lincoln County, they've watched film now.
Yeah.
But like you said, now what am I getting?
Yeah,
They're going to run the ball. They're going to pass the
Are
ball.
they going to go 50-50? Is it going to be
what they're going to do?
70-30,
But with that
80-20?
being said, that means our offensive line has really got to buckle down.
And remember what they did a year ago. I mean, I know Latavian Everly isn't there, but that offensive line did some
They
work for
ran
him.
through Lincoln County.
Was there that
Yeah.
250 yards that Latavian had.
Yeah,
in
and
that
I
game.
think
I mean, he had a 70-yard carry to the house.
Well, yeah,
and most
Yeah.
of his yards come
40.
after contact, after the line of scrimmage. I mean, there's a couple times he had two guys he's carrying down the field with him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just he's just a horse. I mean, I called him a horse all last year. But I'm excited for this Friday night, and like I said, I'm excited for Loretto and to see what they got going on this Friday night against Harpeth. We didn't talk about Summertown yet.
Yeah, well, I was getting ready to
Well,
bring it
let's-
up.
yeah.
2 games, and they've scored 21 points in 2 games, but have given up
Zero points.
And this time a year ago, they were 0-2 because they lost a close one here to Lawrence County.
Yep.
Then Wayne County came in.
Came
Wayne
here.
County beat them up, and
Yeah,
then they know it. They beat them up.
Yes.
And it's weird, and you're talking with Coach Winfrey on Tuesday. It's weird the dynamic as they're playing Hickman County again. Last year, they were 0-2 going to Hickman County. Now this year, it's Hickman County that's 0-2
And
coming to
coming
them,
to
and they're
Summertown.
2-0.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
the roles have reversed a bit.
And hats off to that defense in Summertown.
They forced 4 turnovers in 2 games.
Yeah.
And it's not just one. Man, them guys are all over the field.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people that maybe are just now picking up high school football, even though we're in week 2, man, those Summertown kids, and I'm not taking away from Loretto Summertown that we see, or Loretto or Lawrence County, but Summertown plays a lot both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
They're not as deep as Lawrence
They
County
have
and
to.
Loretto. Yeah,
They
have
just
to.
don't have the kids.
Yeah, Loretto's got a few that do that. Lawrence County's got more than normal.
More than
what they
normal
would
this year.
Usually have.
But Summertown, man, they got several kids that play both sides of the ball, and listen, they play it very well.
Yeah.
And I'd say Hickman County better look out. I mean, Summertown's going to rush. I have no doubt they're going to try to just run it down their throat.
Yeah, I mean, Quint Smith, McCrory, those 2 guys.
Well,
I
you
saw.
think about Stoll on a keeper.
Yeah, and Stoll. Yeah, I mean, that dude, he's just he's unreal.
Yes, very, very, very well coached team, very athletic team. It's really excited.
yeah, I mean they go out to a 3-0 start and they're 1-0, and they just beat Hickman County. I don't know the rest of the schedule off the top of my head, but
They got Loretto in week 4,
yeah,
so
and you still got that would be next week, wouldn't it?
yeah, next week. Yeah,
Next week.
Next week. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, they could go into Loretto game 3-0.
Yeah.
And they got Loretto at their house too.
And I was going to say Loretta's traveling to Summertown.
No, it's the other way.
No, that's right. Yeah, because Summertown played up there last
That's
year.
right. Yep, that
'Cause
is.
that's where Carter got hurt.
Yeah.
So yeah, but still, listen, hey, that's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of
you
fun,
know-
and we hope both of them are 1-0 in the region.
Yes,
going
that's
into
what you
that.
say. Loretto win Friday night against Harpeth.
Yeah.
Summertown win against Hickman County. That's going to be a shootout down
Yeah.
there. I don't even know. It may not be a shootout. It may be 7-0 or 7-3. Who knows?
Who knows?
And
You-
when you look at the rest of the region, Lewis County's scoring points in bunches.
Oh, they're
Yeah, Lewis County's nice. They're nice.
Mount Pleasant is
They're stirring it up.
They're
Yeah,
explosive.
they're just
very good.
Yeah.
Waverly's, they've played a tough schedule to start. That's who Mount Pleasant gets right off the get-go. Hickman County's down a bit. We don't know what East Hickman has.
don't know.
We don't know what Harpeth has
Right.
until they play Loretto the other night. I mean, this region is wide open.
and it's tough, guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is
it's
very
not
tough.
like years ago you'd say, they got Mount Pleasant, or they got home or Lewis County. No, it's not
Not
that
at
way
all.
anymore.
No.
It's kind of whoever has home field advantage may have just a little bit of advantage.
Maybe
That's
just
just a tiny bit.
If we're picking
yeah.
points on a spread, I'm not even giving 3.
No.
What do you think? This region last year, Loretto was 10-0. Yeah, the second place was 9-1, and then third and fourth were 8-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Hickman County wasn't one of them. Hickman County, I think, finished 7-3 or 6-4, but just ran into the buzzsaw, and all 4 of those losses to the teams are finished in the top 4.
But this Friday night is a big night for Lawrence County as a whole in high school football.
Yeah, it's region time.
Yeah, and we don't even have an in-county rival game this week.
Nope.
Yeah, and when we mentioned how good the Loretto Summertown region is. Lawrence County's, I hate to say must win because it's early in the year, but when you look at the rest of the schedule, me and you saw Columbia. They're pretty good.
They are.
Tullahoma has this whole group of freshmen and sophomores that played when they were freshmen and sophomores, and now they're juniors and seniors, and they're just coming up and they're getting better. We know Shelbyville is always going to be good.
Yep.
We don't really know what Franklin County has.
No.
I mean, this is a huge game.
It
really is.
And I hope, and I know Lawrence County, the kids know this, the players, and of course the coaches do, but like, they need to know Friday night, it's left right there.
Right.
I mean, it's all right there.
Because you got Giles County the next week. That's another rivalry game. It's
and
going to be
that's not an easy game, guys.
It's not an easy game. It's not a region game.
It's
but
not a region game, but it's
easy
still not an easy game.
Right.
And now you're at the point in your schedule, and I know we're just going into week 4, but you got to think there's not much after week 4.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
And you take a loss to a rival like Giles County, that could take some of the air out of the tank,
Right.
And now if it's a 21-23 game or something like that, then it's not as bad. But Lawrence County's right now, they got to look at this Friday night. But as soon as Friday night's over, they got to go right into Giles County.
Giles County, and it's a game that got moved from Friday to Thursday.
So it's a short week.
And I say some people might not see that as a big thing. You better believe it's a big thing when it comes to practice.
That's an extra day. That's an extra day you don't rest.
Yeah.
Right. Short week.
Yes.
And never for anybody. And they've got 3 short weeks this year because Tullahoma and Spring Hill are all on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
This year, once you add to that game, because official shortages and even though I selfishly like Thursday night football games because I get to do one and then I get to go to another one on Friday night. So selfishly, I'm getting a double dip of high school football.
Exactly.
That's a selfish part of me, and I'm sure the coaches are like, you ain't got to coach, you ain't got to play. I'm like, I never.
We don't have to prepare like they do.
Yeah, it's still fun for me.
We enjoy calling it, so yes, the more we get, the better we like it.
Yeah, that's right. Well, guys, coming up next, we're going to discuss some college football, then we'll get into the NFL. We've got a lot on the gridiron coming up here this week. That's next.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
A Moment in Real Estate with my dad, Jeff Hood.
I get asked a lot about what the market's going to do. How's the real estate market? I've been selling real estate for a long time. And nobody has a crystal ball. And you know what? When it's your time to buy or your time to sell, it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. It's your time, and you have to do something maybe. What makes a difference is the agents and the experience that go to work for you. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, located here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We can help.
Hood Company, powered by Keller Williams, the #1 name in real estate.
There's a reason owners Tyler and Cindy McDowell chose the name In Service for their towing business. They did because it's their goal to be in service for you on the day that you need them the most. In-Service Towing is now known far and wide for their response time because minutes matter when you're broken down. Or their 24/7 availability, you can call them anytime for service. Their professional team with years of experience and their fairness, plus their know-how in dealing with the unexpected. But the thing that In-Service is known best for is how they treat their customers, and that's like family. When you need them, call them 931-843-9098. Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225. Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation? You're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit LawrenceburgFlooringandMore.com.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
We're making fun of our new modems. Y'all should see the size of these things. I mean, so we're going to walk into one of these gyms and there's going to be one of those just rednecks. It's just like, man, y'all spying on us over here.
Yeah,
Look at that right there. Y'all spying on us. You're sitting at the Russian.
What's y'all got?
Did Putin give you that thing?
The Putin.
Putin?
Yeah.
Well, guys, a lot to talk about college football-wise. We'll just kind of start off with Tennessee and Alabama. And the Nico show ran wild against the Mocs of Chattanooga. Looked pretty good. He's going to get tested this Saturday night, but he looked pretty good against Chattanooga.
Yeah, I'm 99.9% sold on him just because I'm waiting to see what this week looks like. Now, I'll tell you what, that dude, 314 yards throwing and 3 touchdowns in one quarter. Or, excuse me, not one quarter, one half. Mm-hmm. And then with that offense, the way they're rolling, I believe Dylan Sampson had 3 touchdowns and 320 yards rushing by himself. So, man, that and North Carolina or NC State didn't look that good either. I mean, then again, I think they'll bounce back. I I think that defense, and I believe I wouldn't be surprised if College Game Day doesn't show up for that game, but I am really excited. And
the slate
yeah. I mean, really, the two big games. Well, no, they'll be up north.
You got Michigan and Texas.
Yeah.
Yep, never mind. That's the game.
Said they're going,
yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But still, either way, man, for Nico to go 22 for 28 on the game and went 11 for 11 at one point. Man, if you're a Tennessee fan like I am, I'm not bought in all the way. I've got that .1 left in me, but boy, it's looking good.
I thought he looked the part, really. I watched pretty much the whole game. But I do have a question.
Okay.
And maybe I don't understand football. Maybe I'm dumb. I don't know. But, and I understand it's Chattanooga, so we can't look at it that it happened against Chattanooga.
Yeah.
But let's maybe talk about NC State. I know they struggled, but in my mind, I'm just thinking Georgia. I'm just throwing it out there. Their defense is going to be on the field way too long.
Yeah.
When you're scoring, and like I said, I know it's Chattanooga, but when you're scoring in 40 seconds, your defense, man, those guys ain't had time to go over and take a shot of oxygen.
Yeah.
Right.
Before they're having to get back out on the field. And he may be 3 deep at each position.
Yeah.
I don't think he is.
I know his corners and his safety are down because I can't remember his name, but one of them's hurt.
But
starting safety's hurt around here.
Like if there was, and like I said, I know we're jumping, or I am like it's just Chattanooga, but like there's no clock management. Like he literally just gets out there. I mean, it's video game. I mean, I've been playing.
Let it fly.
Myself. I mean, it's video game, but his defense is getting back on the field. You do that against Georgia? No.
Yeah. I mean, Georgia made Clemson look silly, and they maybe played their B- game. It made Clemson look silly.
Yeah, they didn't look good in the first half, but man, they tore it up in that second half.
That second half was like a whole different team, and I hate to give Kirby any credit, but that was my thing about Tennessee, and I'm not ripping them because I'm a Bama fan, but like just talking football in general, like how is he going to get his defense rest?
Well, we'll find out here.
Well, when I say we're going to find out this upcoming week.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to Georgia, maybe Oklahoma. It don't matter. If they don't sub, Tennessee can't sub.
Right.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
40 seconds going down the field. Oh, that looks great. Yeah. It may be 14-0 before you bat your eye, but as soon as that team scores and makes it 14-7, if they can get a stop, especially if a team gets a stop and can go down and score again. Oh man.
Yeah, and I think the biggest question is NC State's offense, which struggled.
I
mean, both Tennessee and NC State played SoCon teams.
Yeah.
And if you know anyone that knows the SoCon, Chattanooga's up here, traditionally up here, Western Carolina's traditionally down here.
Yeah. Right.
They've had a couple good years every now and again, but they're traditionally at the bottom of the SoCon, and to struggle that much on your home field. I know they change quarterbacks and all this sort of stuff, but sort of gives you a little bit of alarm knowing what you got to face in Charlotte on Saturday.
Sure.
Yeah. I wanted, we were talking a few weeks ago, I wanted to say that, hey, and I was throwing jabs at Clint and but like, hey, you better put NC State on your calendars. That could be that game that Tennessee has an and could lose a game they're not supposed to.
I think that that's in the air. Yeah.
I don't think it is. Not now.
No, I feel better about it more than I did a week ago, but still, you never know.
With them scoring like they are, I don't think NC State's got enough on defense to to remotely try to get a stop. If that makes sense.
I say those passes are money he's putting.
Oh, he's put them in tight windows. Like I said, he looked the part.
Yeah.
Besides the kid from Ole Miss with Dart, looking the part. You know, Nico.
This is only his second start, though. Then again, I'm not trying to hype him up too much. Everybody's already done that, though, so I can't really back up from that point.
But you can. Yeah. I mean, you can jump on his. I mean, it's not really jumping on the wagon.
But I will say, there's two games I'm circling. It's the NC State game this upcoming week to see what he is when it comes to a situation like that, and that first SEC game at Oklahoma.
That's the game I have circled for y'all.
Yeah, those are the two games I've got circled.
I wanted to have the NC State game on my schedule and be like, but I've erased that.
Yeah.
My opinion. But I think Oklahoma could be, and I'm not saying they are, but I'm saying that could be a game that y'all could lose.
Yeah, I believe it could be a game. It really just depends on.
But it depends on what shows up.
Yeah.
Right. It's true. It's true.
And it's true. And we won't figure. I mean, we might think, okay, hypothetically, let's just say we go in 3-0 to that game. Still, you can be decent this upcoming weekend, and then that weekend against Oklahoma, you can blow them out. You don't know what the future holds. Yeah, when it comes to that situation. So,
Bama, 42 points in the first half.
I'll give you credit. That wide receiver, Ryan Williams, you said remember his name, 17-year-olds. I'm going to make sure he's on my Heisman watch either this year or within the upcoming years for sure.
We make a joke about him. I've been saying a bunch of things about him. He can't buy cigarettes. He can't buy a lottery ticket. He can't do this. He lives in Alabama and he can't even own a car. Because in the state of Alabama, you got to be 18 to be able to have one titled in your name.
Yeah.
That's big boy football.
Yeah.
Look, my team, y'all's team, who's ever team, that's big boy football.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive.
It is. Very.
So talking about my guys, I thought Milroe. I talked to you. I thought Milroe looked better trying to get out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
He did take a sack, and then they had a bad snap, and he turned the ball over in Western Kentucky territory. But outside of that, he did throw a couple away, which was better than last year. Right. I think he had started showing signs of it last year of how accurate he was with his deep ball.
Right.
I think he picked it up and he didn't let anything go.
Yeah.
With that being said, I feel like we probably could have run the football a little better.
Yeah.
But when you're airing it out like that, it's kind of hard to
get away from that.
To get away from it.
You go with what works.
Sure. I know he had a design run, he had a draw, and he took it. He had a good run, then he ended up scoring a touchdown. But listen, guys, and I know it's one game, and I'm not taking anything back from what I've been saying. Schwab's the real deal.
He is. Yeah.
That kid that transferred from Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
We started in the national championship game last year for Michigan. He's playing for us, and I told you before the show started. I don't know if you see everything, but Downs was the #1 kid in America that went to Ohio State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schwab had more interceptions in one game than what he had at his whole time at Alabama.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm trying to get pumped up for DeBoer. Like I liked his demeanor on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
I liked a little bit of his fire before the game when the headset went out for Western Kentucky, and they ended up telling him how you got to turn your headset off or take it off, and he wasn't having it, which is you got to. I mean, it's not fair.
Right.
And when I seen that, I thought, okay, now let's see, because now you don't have the signs.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have anything. You got your guys on the field, got a little bit of hand signs, and that's about all you got. I wanted to see how it happened, and it was fine. It was one game.
Right.
Might
not learn much this week either.
Against what I want to see this week is I want to see them just pick right back up.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want, to go through the motions. I want to go out there, punch them in the mouth in the first half.
Yeah.
And then let's see our Ty Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that kid's from Martin, Tennessee. He's really good.
Yeah.
He's fast.
Yeah.
But I am excited. I was down, and I'm like I said, I still don't think we're going to win a title or anything like that. But it did kind of get me going to see him out there.
I'm anxious to see the Georgia game on week 4 because if y'all can come into that game 3-0, I really like y'all's chances of getting Georgia. Now it depends on what Georgia looks like. I'm not trying to hype up Bama.
I'll say this.
The way the offense was and how Milroe looked, and with Williams, the way he was catching and going with it like he did. There's reason for concern if you're a Georgia fan.
And we got other guys. You got Q on defense.
Yep.
But I'll say this. We come in that game 3-0, and I know people, my phone's play fist to get lit up. Oh, you're crazy, blah, blah. We go in that game 3-0, and Georgia starts out slow like they did against Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying we can win, but I'm saying it could be a good game.
Yeah. It could be 2 times in a row, possibly.
We'll see how good Georgia is at coming back. If that's the case, they start off slow again.
And I'm excited to see about our defense against Georgia. Hey, Beck's a stud.
Yeah.
He is.
He don't just look the part; he plays it.
Right.
Yeah. He'll be a top 10 pick this year for sure, without a doubt.
Oh, I think so. I think he's a top 10 pick. But all in all, I'm excited. I'm kind of anxious to see. I'm ready to get into meat though. Yeah. I want to get in the meat of the schedule.
Yeah.
And forget these cupcakes because all you're doing, man. I feel like they're good warm up games. We talked about it.
Yeah.
But man, all you're doing is you're just trying to pray nobody gets hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And get in the conference play where everything matters.
Where everything matters.
Week 4 is when it starts.
Yeah, week 4 is when it starts for sure.
So speaking of conferences and going, and actually things that probably aren't going to matter anymore. The ACC, Clemson didn't look good. You got Florida State, one of your favorites. It's 0-2 and 0-2 in the ACC.
But the NAIA
right
school
now.
could
I
beat
mean,
Florida State.
we had Virginia Tech losing at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
I mean, Georgia Tech is probably the best looking team. I mean, you and North Carolina had a.
Oh, you just made his brother's head get even bigger.
Looking at probably the best looking team in the ACC right now is Miami.
Yeah, Miami for
North
sure.
Carolina should have lost to Minnesota and didn't. There's certainly a lot of things up in the air with that league. Miami is probably their best chance to make it to the playoff. I mean, whoever wins that league gets into the playoff.
Yeah, they're going to get in.
Yeah, it's like I told you. I said I think there's only going to be one ACC team and it'll be the conference champions.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that point at all.
Man, Florida State is.
They're bad. And listen, let's talk about them for a second. We talk about Joe Milton being one of the greatest practice quarterbacks we've ever seen. He done it at Michigan. He gets to Knoxville and does it. He gets drafted. Now they're talking like he's going to start in New England. What about DJ?
DJ might be the greatest practice quarterback.
I saw someone on Instagram today. It was talking about that class with Bryce Young, DJ, and CJ Stroud. Those were the top 3. Bryce with Bama. Now he's with the Panthers. CJ Stroud with Ohio State. Now he's with the Texans. Maybe an MVP candidate. And then DJ probably won't even make the NFL.
No, he's
not even close. He might. I think. Here's my hot take. He's going to get benched this upcoming week. He will get benched.
I don't think that's a hot take. That's a smart take.
Yeah.
I mean, what else are they going to do at this point?
Yeah, I don't know.
They have to do something.
They're bad.
They went from top 10 to unranked. Like, it's the quickest drop.
The quickest drop ever.
I think it's the first. Yeah, I think it's the.
Listen, and I'm just going to be ugly. Like, Georgia Tech's not that good.
No, they just.
Boston College,
probably
not that good.
Yeah. Miami is that good.
Miami's that good, but Florida State should have never. Yeah. I mean, the game they lost to Georgia Tech, if you're watching, by the way, was a 1 point on a field goal with time running out.
Yep. Yeah.
So Georgia Tech's loss to Florida State sucks. It makes them look even worse because they won on a field goal with time's running out. So no, they're not going to be in the top 15 gram at all by the end of the season. They may go 9-3 and be in the tank. I mean, they still got Georgia. They got Clemson. They got Miami. They're not going 9-3, Graham. So find you another hot take. Send me a text message, and I'll laugh at you again.
Let's see here. I mean, they got Syracuse. They got VMI.
That's not a gimme. You said it.
Louisville at Louisville, Duke, UNC, Notre Dame, Virginia Tech. That's not a given.
No.
Miami, Florida,
not a given.
NC State, and Georgia.
Yeah, they literally play all the best teams out of the ACC.
I mean, really and truthfully, they could be 6-6.
Yeah,
they could.
And lucky to make a bowl game.
Lucky to make a bowl game.
Yes.
Then again, Florida State's just that bad.
They're going to play in the grocery bagger bowl or something.
Yeah.
The Bad Boy Mowers Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at the rest of the slate this week, guys. Texas and Michigan. That's where game day is going to be. That's
Texas.
11 o'clock kickoff.
Why is that game at 11 o'clock?
That game should be at 6 o'clock.
Why can't Texas go? Huh?
Because of Fox.
Why can't Texas go on the road to the Big House at a 7 o'clock kick or a 6 o'clock kick on ESPN?
I don't know. Well, I think Fox. That's because of the Big Ten and their relationship with Fox.
I know, but Fox can carry a night game.
Oh, true. I mean, they'll have a night game.
I know, but that should be. I mean, that's a big game.
It is a big game.
I'm with you.
I mean, I understand.
Game of the week.
Not that good. I mean, they've lost a ton.
Yeah.
And they struggled against Fulton or whoever it was.
Fresno State.
Fresno State, they did struggle. Yeah.
But that game needs to be at nighttime.
Yeah. I'm with you. Well, yeah, we got Tennessee and NC State's at nighttime, and
That's
6 o'clock. Yeah, that deserves to be a night game.
which
Yeah,
normally that is normally a noon 3:30.
yeah,
what he said,
3:30
that is a
game,
3:30
2:30.
kick.
Yeah,
And they've kind of flipped some things around here.
Yeah.
We mentioned Georgia Tech and Syracuse, which that's not a given. Syracuse looked really good in
is
their
that Syracuse too?
opening week game. Arkansas, Oklahoma State. That's kind of we
I
don't.
see.
We don't.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
not sold on
Oklahoma State-
Arkansas.
I'm not sold on, but I think Oklahoma State wins. But
Yes.
it's a good test for both sides.
Yes,
'cause
yes.
You never know what Mike Gundy team's going to show up
You
because
don't have a clue.
they really don't take non-conference games that seriously. And,
They don't.
and
They
all-
don't.
And I mean, we got Kansas State at Tulane. Tulane is still
Very
a
good.
favorite, still good, still a favorite in the American. And Kansas State's got to go there, and their track record in Week 2 road games isn't great.
Yeah,
Right.
It's not.
Judging on their history. Baylor at Utah, I think Utah wins that game. Early, I had to remind myself that there's not a Pac-12 anymore right there.
Yeah.
That's a Big 12 game.
Where's the Pac-12 at? And I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
there ain't one.
a sneaky fun one just because of the rivalry and just the absurdity is Iowa State at Iowa. Iowa scored 40 points. I bet they were
Golly.
burning couches in Iowa City.
There's no telling what they were
over
doing.
that one. And UNA plays Illinois State this week here. That
They
should
were
be fun.
slinging it too.
Yeah. Let's try and look. Kansas and Illinois, sneaky game for Kansas. They're going to find out what they're really about because
Yeah.
Brett Bielema's squad's going to
I mean, there's a lot of people picking him to go into the playoffs.
Here's a couple good ones on the late slate, 7 o'clock. Guys, App State at Clemson. A lot of people have App State as maybe the group of 5
That gets in the play,
representative,
yeah.
and they go there. We know App State's history.
Listen,
App State doesn't care where they play, who they play.
they're bringing it.
They're bringing it.
They are bringing it.
Ask Texas A&M, ask North Carolina,
That's Michigan.
ask Michigan. That
But-
group doesn't care.
But we're also talking about a Clemson team that's just not that good.
And wouldn't it be funny?
And listen, hey,
Well, no, some App State's in North Carolina,
Yeah,
Clemson's in South Carolina.
Yeah.
and I just think Dabo. I think Dabo has been a great recruiter.
Right.
But I think we're seeing, where he is as a
Yeah.
coach.
Which is
My
he's not
opinion.
adapting.
He's not adapting to.
And it's not really much about the transfer portal. It's what's happening in between the lines that he's not adapting
Yeah,
to.
he's not changed with the game.
Right. Right.
And some people say that's why Nick got out. Maybe it is.
Maybe.
Nick's 70 years old, 71.
Yeah, I mean,
and he's making tons of money sitting on game day now.
And having Pat McAfee dance beside him and hug him all the time.
Yeah.
Which he'll take his money and be back to Tuscaloosa by 1:30 every Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, he was up in the stands, the other night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. That may be a good bet.
Yeah.
We'll just look at the spread.
Shoot, here's the sneaky
They
one
got-
I'm looking at.
They got Clemson at 16.5.
No way.
No way, absolutely not.
Team total points 53.5, and they got Clemson as 16.5-point favorites.
Shoot, I
don't
might be
know
betting
how
on
in the
that
world
game.
People aren't betting the bejesus
Yeah,
out of that.
I'm probably gonna be betting that one.
Another one to look out for: Boise State at Oregon. Oregon didn't exactly look impressive against.
That's what I was about to say.
I mean,
Yeah.
Idaho's a top 10 FCS team.
Boise
and
State
they
looked
played
good.
them pretty tough for the first half, but Oregon with Dylan Gabriel and all these weapons, and we heard all offseason, they're by far going to win the Big Ten. It's between them and Ohio State to win the Big Ten, and they came out against that team and they looked flat. Could be first game jitters, who knows? But you can't play that way against Boise, or Boise might be walking out of Eugene with a win.
Yeah, I mean, I will be the first to say it. I was the one high on Oregon and Dylan Gabriel. Then again, I was the one that picked them to go win the Big Ten. And they just look bad. Let's just say how it is. They look bad, and Boise State looked really good. And so Boise State is one of those teams that they're going to be ready to go. They're going to be ready to go.
257 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Rush for the school record.
Yeah.
For a single game record. I mean, that's not an easy game. So those are the games that we're looking for this week. So move ahead to the NFL, guys. We got games on Thursday, Friday, Sunday, and then we've got one on Monday. What? And I know they're playing on Friday because they're in Sao Paulo. I think these international games are starting to get out of hand.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's supposed to be an Eagles home game. I mean, you imagine how crazy Philly would have been for week 1 against the Packers. In Philly.
And see, and I think that's such a big game.
Yes.
It's too big of a game.
To have it on a Friday night.
To have it on a Friday night in
Brazil.
Philly. I know, but I'm thinking Friday night in Philly. You got a new running back coming into town.
Yeah.
You know, Jalen's got this huge thing on his shoulders where can he not get it done? Yeah. You know, he's got the weapons. He's got the defense. He can't get, coach is on the hot seat. Yeah. Does Jalen and the coach even talk? You know, they hate each other, whatever, whatever they got going on in Philly. And then they put it over there. I'm like, really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, then I'm hearing some of the Eagles players saying they're telling their families to stay home. They're not even going out at night because of the crime issues that they have in Sao Paulo right now.
Yeah.
So I think these international games are starting to get out of hand. I mean, take the Jaguars over there because they don't draw anything worth anything.
No, but Philly.
But Philly, San Francisco, Dallas, teams that actually draw well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take them.
Have them here. Or shoot, if you're going to do that, take them to the Big House, take them to Ohio State.
Yeah, do it.
Take them to Tennessee.
Do something different.
Alabama, put them in a big college stadium, neutral site. Don't take them to Germany.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm calling an upset, or not. I guess it would be an upset. Yeah. No, Baltimore. By the way,
I mean, that's tomorrow night. I mean, the Chiefs lost in Week 1 at home against Detroit last year.
I know, but
they're kind of following in the Bill Belichick Patriots losing the first week game after winning a Super Bowl trend.
Yeah, but Lamar has got a lot to prove.
He does a ton to prove.
He's got some big shoes to fill this year.
Yeah, if you thought it was bad last year, wait until this year. Yeah,
I mean they'll be calling for him to be benched by week 3 if they ain't careful.
Yeah, because I mean, he's a 2-time MVP, but
he won nothing.
He ain't won nothing.
He can't even get to the AFC Championship.
Yeah, he ain't made an AFC Championship game yet.
He did last year. That's where they lost last year.
I thought it was the week before that.
Well, before that, he's never made it. I know that.
If that's the case. They got there and they beat him. Kansas City beat them in Baltimore to get to the Super Bowl.
That's right. My apologies.
No, it's okay. It's all right. That's why when I say the wrong yard line or I say the wrong line to gain, you correct me, and it's good.
But I think Lamar and Derrick Henry show out tomorrow night.
They need to.
Yeah.
In Kansas City, they're raising the banner, they're giving out the rings. My
God,
God,
get to see
Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift. Can't wait.
Jesus.
It's unreal. About the best thing I've seen about Taylor Swift, and I'm 43 years old.
He's bringing out the phone.
Yeah, I put it in my notes just so my daughter would get mad. Don't care. Taylor Swift has more Super Bowl appearances than the Cowboys since 1996. That's about the best thing I can do for Taylor.
Is she a Cowboy fan?
No, that was something. I seen it, and I put it in my notes just because I don't like the Cowboys, and I'm ripping on them. And Taylor Swift has more appearances than they do since 96. That's about as good as she's going to get out of me.
Packers Eagles on Friday night there.
I'm going Packers.
I'm going with the Packers, man. Yeah. Jordan Love Express. They looked really good at the end of the year.
They are taking the Packers over
taking
the Eagles.
Packers.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they're rolling. They're underrated coming into
Sun
this
drop.
year.
Sun drop? Okay.
They didn't pack the fridge with sun drops this time.
That's going to be on the rant, guys.
All right.
Just drop it.
I'll let you know who to talk to.
Sunday slate, Cardinals of Bills. Don't really know
Don't
about
care.
that one.
Don't care.
Patriots of Bengals.
I'm just anxious to see who starts for the Patriots.
I want to see
Bengals win regardless.
Yeah, I want to see if Chase plays. I don't know if he will. I think they're saying he will, but I don't know.
Vikings at Giants.
Vikings, even without JJ.
Titans at Bears. I think
the Bears. The Bears.
I'm binge watching Hard Knocks right now, and I don't know, for some reason, I don't know why I get emotionally invested because now I'm like, all right, the Bears.
Yeah.
But
hey, that helmet right there, just look, they're not going to win. They're not winning.
And listen, I want to know,
me too. I want to hear this.
I want to know, AJ and Hayden.
I'm about to pull up the comment section.
Like, what are we missing as guys sitting here talking sports about the Titans that all these people around here are seeing?
I want to know too.
I mean, maybe they have that much faith
they got
in
Calvin
Will
Ridley.
Levis.
I'll never knock Calvin Ridley, not just because he's an Alabama guy. I think Calvin Ridley is a great receiver.
Hasn't shown it in the NFL.
He hadn't shown it in the NFL.
Not even close.
But
and he got paid more than A.J. Brown.
Yeah. You got Will Levis as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Pretty boy.
I mean,
You got a defensive lineman yelling at radio guys during training camp.
And you got Tony Pollard as a running back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, and I don't want to take away from Pollard. I mean, he's fast. But he couldn't cut it in Dallas. What makes you think he's going to beat any better in Tennessee?
I'm surprised they're starting him over Spears. I think Spears is good.
I think he is too.
I
but
think he's better.
Not getting the nod.
Yeah, he's not getting the nod. No.
Like I just don't.
You've got so many weapons on the outside for Tennessee, and I guarantee it's not going to work. It is not going to work.
Listen, I think Will Levis is going to be the next Jake Locker.
Ooh,
Lord!
Blast from the past right there.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, we talk about trying to root for your home team and this and that. And I say it about, like, Cleveland Brown fans. Yeah. Like, I don't know how they put up with it year in and year out, but, like, just try to put a good product on the field. Yeah. And I don't mean just give me a bunch of names. I could care less about that. Like, I want to see something.
Yeah.
You know?
We saw it with Green Bay last year. Nobody really knew much about Green Bay at all in the playoffs, and they came in and whooped
Jordan
Dallas.
Who?
Yeah, nobody really knew who Jordan Love was.
Really? I mean, they got rid of Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
And they still made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Your best player.
He's sitting in purgatory in Vegas right now.
Yeah, he's in Vegas going, what was I thinking?
Yeah, what was I
Jimmy
thinking?
G throwing
He's
me.
hoping Tom Brady comes out of retirement.
We also got Panthers Saints. Who cares?
Yeah,
Don't care.
Don't care.
I mean, I hope Bryce has a good year. I hope he learns to stand on his feet, and I hope they give him a line so he's not laying on his back half the time.
Steelers and Falcons.
Oh, I want the Falcons to win so
That might be
bad.
the Russell Wilson bench game. Here comes Justin Fields.
You think it's his bench game?
I think it is week 1.
Man, Justin Fields comes in, leads into a come from behind win. I think
Gosh,
Raheem
I just
Morris
think
is
that-
overrated as a coach.
I just think that the Falcons are in such whatever. You know, they get all this Palace money for Cousins, and now they're kind of in trouble because they
Took
go-
Penix.
all that stuff. They took Penix, and I don't know.
That's probably the hardest division to pick. It's either A,
'Cause
Tampa.
it sucks so bad.
It's so bad.
I mean, really, like I mean, really, I mean, if I'm picking, I'm gonna take Baker right now.
Probably right now, yeah. Unless Atlanta shows me week 1, but right now, if I'm a bet man, I'm taking Tampa.
Yeah.
Other games: Jags Dolphins in Miami, Texans at the
Dolphins.
Colts, Raiders
Colts,
Chargers, Broncos Seahawks, Cowboys Browns. That should be fun. And then going into Cleveland.
They're gonna have to beg people to watch that game.
Oh my gosh.
Washington at Tampa. The night game on Sunday is the Rams at the Lions. A lot of intrigue. Stafford coming back and see if the Lions can pick up where they left off a year ago. And then Jets Niners. How many plays will Aaron Rodgers make it into this one, going against one of the best defenses in the NFL? What'd you say?
Uh-oh, we got some controversy.
You calling an upset in week 1?
Jets.
I'm going to be honest. It seems like every offseason the 49ers have.
Something
like it's either
go
Deebo
on.
Samuel 2
Somebody
years
gets
ago.
shot.
Somebody gets shot
Nick
now.
Bosa the year before.
Yeah.
And now we have Ayuk and Trent Williams, our best offensive lineman. They signed them, but here they are getting signed a week before the first game. And it takes them. It took Bosa, it took Debo,
You
it took
can't
all
just
those
go
guys
straight into it.
4 or 5 games to kind of get into a flow. I'm like, when are we going to go into a season just straight into it? My God, if they do, they might actually win the Super Bowl.
Right.
But, you know,
because
we
it's
gotta-
so hard. We know, they're some of the greatest athletes of all time playing NFL, but they can't take off that much time and go straight into game mode.
No, and especially when you're not at the facility doing the things that you need to do in front of the people you need to do them in front of them. So I like their chances. I still think that the Jets have so many questions offensively.
I think Rodgers is going to use it for his statement moment.
Oh, gosh.
Coming right out on Monday night, letting
I
everyone
think
know
he's
what's
coming
up.
out on Monday night, and we're going to see the cockiness, the arrogance, and I think he's going to try to show out. That's what I'm picking.
We'll see. Hey, but the one thing about the NFL, can't predict it. It's so unpredictable.
No,
You
and that's
just-
what makes it fun. That's what we're talking about. Like,
you never know what you're getting week in, week
I mean,
out.
he
with
may
these guys.
not get. I hope he don't get hurt, but he may go 7 for 20 with 100 yards. You know,
and they sack him 5 times, and
exactly.
every time everyone knew, oh gosh, don't break his leg,
I
don't
was
break his
say,
leg.
they were going to be scared to death every time he hits the ground.
They'll be pulling up bubble wrap trying to wrap him.
My gosh, and then we
Put
have
him
to
on the
hear
sideline.
about it for 3 days on ESPN.
On Get Up. Get Up's going to be so bad.
Why do they keep giving Mike Greenberg jobs? I mean, who was it they just
Dude,
let
why
go?
does
All
he-
these people. They let go of somebody and they gave.
I know they let go
he's
Kellerman
not-
a long time ago.
Yeah,
but
he's not that special.
No,
and yet they keep giving him all
The
these
best
spots.
thing
and
he
they're
ever
like,
had was Golick.
Yeah, and they're like, they keep giving him all these spots, all these shows, and then they go, well, I wonder why our ratings are dropping. Yeah, because that idiot's on our screen all the time.
Yes.
I don't want to listen to that moron talk.
Oh, I mean, and listen, all he talks about is his guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's it.
Right, all the time, and it's so.
He don't talk about anybody else's team.
Yep, just the Jets.
If he talks about another team, it's about just how bad they are at a position, or they're not going to win this week. But the Jets.
Jets. It's all about the Jets.
Yeah, even though I did predict the Jets to go pretty far this year.
You did. I predicted them to beat your guys Monday night.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll
It's
see.
the fun of it. Well, coming up next here, we'll go into our final segment of the show. Got some things to get off our chest on our rant segment next here on X Sports Live.
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer with their team are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
What really matters during the ball game, we're at that point in the season where some are just beginning, some have already ended, and others are at that point where it's either win or go home. Depending on what your perspective is, it changes everything, doesn't it? In 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 18, we're reminded we don't look at the things that are seen, but at the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are temporary, but the things that are unseen are eternal. Keep your focus, keep your perspective on the right things, the things of God, the eternal things. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you as an employee a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
Old School Rentals in Loretto, Tennessee is headquarters for all your rental equipment needs. Need a trailer? How about saws, tools, loaders, or generators? You can find all of that and much, much more at Old School Rentals. Owner Ryan Smith, located on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
Oliver Wellness and Massage, located in Pulaski, Tennessee, is your premier spa for massage therapy, salt therapy, IV therapy, tanning, and much more. Stay relaxed, look your best, and feel good at Oliver Wellness, located at 1187 West College Street, Pulaski, Tennessee, or contact Haley at 931-309-0462 or schedule your appointment online at 931massage.com.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with Primary Care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back here to X Sports Live, our final segment of the show. We've got some things to get off our chest. Hayden, we'll start with you.
I'm going to wait till next week, AJ and Dusty, but I told y'all during the break, and it's just one of my pet peeves as a former manager for both high school and college. So we're going to see next week if them fools pull it. And if y'all know where I was yesterday, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes.
Call them fools.
That's how they talk over there. That's how they talk. So go ahead, AJ. I'm going to wait till next week.
Are you going back there to see if this happens again?
Shoot, I hope not. But I guarantee whenever they come to Summertown Loretta, I guarantee it'll be the same way probably. So I'm going to be, but I say, if I'm at Summertown or Loretta, if I see them come in, I'm going to be just looking.
To preferences, it's not anything anyone said.
No, it's
or
it's
the
nothing.
way
Yeah.
anybody acted.
No,
it's not any of that.
It's just me,
it's
a personal pet peeve of mine when people do this. So that's what that is. It is valid, though. You know, it is valid.
Yeah, but just listen. The former basketball manager does not like to see
No,
these
not
things.
at all.
That's
I hate
awesome.
it. Hate it. What? Yeah.
All right, Dustin, go ahead, man.
All right, first off, we need to be with our thoughts and prayers for Appalachia High School down in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible events happened today. Really no a whole lot to say except, we're praying for the school, the family, the kids, the whole community. I hope they have a speedy recovery from this. I know it's going to take some time, but I hope that they will get back to normal in the next few days. And with that being said, just real quick, when people go to a sporting event and there's music playing and there's people talking over speakers, don't always come to the media guys because that's not us. If you know anything about sports, or any kind of a public event like that, you know that a guy with a headset on, standing beside a soundboard with a camera sticking out a window, he's not running sound.
Or PA.
Or the PA. We're not the public addresser through a headset. That's a microphone. Everybody should know that. They may have some kind of little handheld thing they use, but that's not the media guys.
Yeah.
And I understand that it looks like just because we're in a booth.
Open window. It's
We're
an easy target.
But I'm going to say when you see a camera sticking out an open window, don't touch it.
Yeah.
Don't stick your head in front of it because more than likely it's on for a reason.
Yeah.
I do think it's terrible what happened this past Friday night.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't a bad song that had been played or anything like that.
It was two Christian rock bands.
Yeah. But I just want people to know that X Sports doesn't have anything to do with music and PA.
Yeah, and it's at least once a game.
It's once a game somebody tells us, y'all need to fix No, it's not
We
us.
have nothing to do with PA.
I'm like, do you go to the University of Tennessee and you know what, that music's too loud. Hey, Bob Kessling, can you turn that down? It's a little too loud.
Yeah.
Or you go to the Titans games. Hey, Mike Keith, can can you bump your mic up a little bit when you say it's third down? Like,
Yeah.
no,
It's not how it works.
yeah.
No.
And then don't go telling everyone that you're the hero, got the music turned off when you went in the wrong place, which is what happened.
Yeah.
But
anyways,
Friday night, yeah.
That's my rant.
And, you know, we're not the ones that do it. And also, you got a free pass this week for everyone that did it. Next week, this coming Friday, if you do it, I'm not going to be as nice. You're probably going to get yelled at, and don't get your feelings hurt.
Well, while we're going, we've done had to block somebody because we done warned you.
Yeah.
We're not going to put up with any trash talking to the kids
Or cursing.
any cussing on our platforms
Yeah.
and our comments. You've been warned.
Yep.
So there's not going to be a warning typed to you saying if you do it again, you're blocked.
Yeah.
You're just going to be blocked.
Yeah.
And you can figure out another way. I guess you can get off your hind end and go pay $10 and buy you a ticket.
And say whatever you want.
And you
to
can come inside the stadium and say whatever you want to
Yeah. Yep.
about the officials or about what I'll just use me and AJ what we're talking about. If you don't like it, turn it off.
Yeah. Watch the game.
Promise you,
support
I'm
your
not
kids.
going to miss you not listening to me.
Yep. I mean, I know that takes away from taking shirtless pictures and pulls with your buddies, but you know that's
Yeah.
a story for another time. But
Yeah, but like we're not going to tolerate people getting on our platforms and bad mouthing these kids.
Yeah.
no, not
That's the main one. We're not going to take
It's
that.
about the kids. It's always been about the kids, and at the end of the day, we're not going to tolerate it.
And obviously, if you're not going to say it to our face, don't put it on our post.
Yeah.
If you're not going to say it to the kids, the coaches, the refs, don't put it on our post because you're just a coward. You're just a
Because we have somebody.
You're just a piece of chicken salad.
We have somebody at all our games that is sitting right beside myself and AJ
Yeah.
or Hayden or it could be Clinton Summertown. There's somebody sitting right there watching this.
Yeah. Yep.
They're not just playing with a camera.
Yeah.
They're also doing other things, and that's one thing they're doing is monitoring what is being said across our feeds.
So, yeah. Well, I don't know how many times they're going to warn you. You know,
I-
play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah,
You
the
know?
warnings are over, just so you know.
Yeah, they've been over too. So
Yeah.
Just have fun taking those shirtless pictures with dudes. So
Yeah.
anyway, so my rant for the week, kind of, it's been a bad week when it comes to, as far as crime goes with my teams. Obviously, the shooting with the 49ers first round pick. Thank God he's okay.
Yes.
It looks like he'll be back in 4 to 5 weeks, which
Yeah, it looked like-
could have been
way
way
worse. From the story I heard, it was.
it could have killed him, but I mean, it could have just been a career ending.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and the other one is with my hockey team, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Their best player, Johnny Gaudreau, him and his brother, who's a minor league hockey player, out biking in New Jersey. And, one car was moving over to the left to avoid, just to give them space while they were biking on the road in a place that they've biked several times. Another guy who was a drunk driver got upset, swerved to get him to avoid that guy. The guy didn't cut him off. He was just drunk and being an idiot. Hit the other two, killed them both. They were in town for their sister's wedding, and Johnny's wife was pregnant. So senseless, stupid, dumb, selfish. I've got zero tolerance for drunk drivers. It's 2024. You have a million options. You can go out and drink. I've got nothing wrong with people that drink. I really don't. If you're at your house or you're going to call an Uber or you got a DD, do whatever you want. Just don't be destructive. Don't destroy property. Obviously don't ruin relationships.
Be
over being drunk.
respectful.
Yeah, be respectful. All of those things. But just don't drive drunk. It's 2024. Like the statistics are out. The history is not good. The guy I'm named after was killed by a drunk driver. I've got zero tolerance. I think you're a piece of trash. You've always been a piece of trash if you get behind the wheel and you're drunk and you do something stupid. I lose all respect for anyone that does that, especially in everything that we know now with all the information we have, all the options that we have that
Dude,
you
it's
can
right here on your phone.
you can get home safely. You probably, you've got all of these options to get yourself to where you need to go without getting behind the wheel under the consumption of alcohol. So I'm saddened. It's hard to be a Columbus Blue Jackets fan because it just seems like every time we got a new coach, we're feeling good. Now all of a sudden our best player gets killed tragically. It's really sad, which could have been avoided. The Pearsall thing could have been avoided. San Francisco is an absolute crap hole right now. Thank God the Niners play in Santa Clara. Thank God they don't play in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's bad out there, man.
It's really bad, and I've got zero tolerance for drunk drivers.
Yep.
So, and also I want to end the show on a good note. One of the good things, many of the good things that came out of this game here on Friday is we had our gender reveal. You guys got to be a part of it. I'd like to thank the community, both Lawrence County and Loretto. I had a lot of Loretto people reach out. A lot of good comments to my wife and myself. I was even at a practice today, and a couple players, couple coaches say, hey, man, congratulations on having a girl. So
good deal.
It was awesome to be able to share that moment, not just with you guys, but to share it with the communities, with all of Lawrence County. And we're really pumped to have a little girl. CJ's pumped to have a big brother, or to be a big brother.
Sure.
He's been calling that he's going to have a sister this whole time. So it was an awesome moment for me and my family, and just happy that you guys
your parents get to see it.
Yes. Yeah.
They were live.
Yeah, they were live.
Okay.
Yeah, they watched it. They were on vacation in Maryland, got to watch it. The whole family did. So
good.
It was awesome to share it with the communities. It was even better to share it with you guys. It was an awesome moment for me and my family, and one we'll never forget, and you all made it special. So ended on a high note.
Absolutely.
So for Hayden Burks, Dusty Kaiser, I'm AJ Good. We will see you guys tomorrow night, high school volleyball, all three teams in action. Then on Friday night, as we start region play in the state of Tennessee.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.